In this video, we're going over camera tips and tricks on the Moto G Stylus. Hey everyone, thank you for joining us today. If you want to stay up to date on all the mobile technology coming out and learn cool tips, tricks, and hidden features, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and tap the bell to turn on post notifications so you can be alerted every time we post new videos. Today we're going to go over just a couple of camera tips and tricks to help you have more fun with your phone. The first one is one I love, and it's how to quickly launch your camera from any screen, even if your phone is off. So let's say your phone is in your pocket and you really want to grab your phone out and take a picture of something really fast. No need to tap the button to unlock it. Just simply hold the phone and swipe over twice. Really fast, just like this. Here we go. And just like that, it'll automatically unlock the phone and go right to the camera. But you gotta do it really fast, so you may have to practice it a couple of times. Again, really quick, just hold the phone and just really quickly go back and forth, and that will automatically launch your camera, and then you can start taking pictures. This will work if your screen is on or if your screen is off. So you might be in another app, maybe you're in the Play Store, you're looking for something, you're searching, and then something photo worthy comes up. Again, it'll automatically take you out of that app and take you right into the camera app so you can start taking pictures. So that's gonna be our first tip right there. Our next tip, now that we're in the camera, we're gonna show you a cool and really easy way to zoom in with one hand. So normally if you want to zoom in, you'd have to pinch like this, or you'd start the pinch and then you'd have to drag up and down on the side. But now you can just simply take your finger and run it up the screen to zoom like this. So even if I pull back a little bit, just watch my finger, I'm just going to slide it up the screen, and it will make it easier for me to zoom in and see that little button on my AirPods right there, and then just slide back down to zoom out. It's a really easy way to control your zoom all with one hand. For our next tip, we want to show you how to use a feature called live filters, and it's if you're trying to set up a specific shot, you can use these filters to really help capture the perfect shot. Now what you're going to do is just swipe to the right, swipe again till you get to the menu down here, and then you're going to go to live filters, which is going to be right here. And now at the bottom here we have all these different filters. Now normally you would take a picture and then you would put it into Instagram and then you would pick your filter after the fact. But with this, you can pick your filter beforehand to even help better set up the shot that you're trying to get. So we can go through here. This one is one of my favorites here. And now that's my main filter that I'm going to use to take a bunch of pictures. Or you might say, no, I want a different filter. We just tap, we can keep going. We have all these different color filters to help get that perfect shot right for you. And once you set it, again, you just tap on it, and now that's going to be the main filter that the camera is going to use, and then you can start taking pictures using that frame or that filter. Okay, so that's called live filter, just adding your filter beforehand instead of after on your picture. For our next tip, we want to show you how to record 4K video. That's right, this phone will allow you to record in 4K. Now to do that, you're going to come up to the upper right corner, click on the three dots here, and under rear camera, you're going to go down to video size, and you can go all the way up to 4K UHD or 4K UHD 19:9, depends on what aspect ratio you want your shot to be in. But we can record in full 4K video, and if you have a 4K TV at home, you can plug up your phone to the TV or wirelessly mirror it to the TV, and then you'll be able to see your videos in 4K. Now I want to show you this too. If we switch to the camera at the bottom here, just by swiping to the left, the camera's kind of interesting because normally you would have to turn the phone sideways if you wanted to record in the landscape position. But with this phone, because of how the cameras are laid out, you just keep the phone upright like this, and it's still going to record the video long, which I think is pretty cool. So you don't have to worry about, again, turning it sideways. Just hold the phone like you normally would, just straight up, and it's going to still grab that shot in a nice long view for you to give you the best video. And because we're on the 4K setting, it will be in 4K. So there's that. All right, moving on to our next set of tips. We're gonna go to the settings here, and I wanna show you a few things you should turn on that I think will enhance your video experience. So we're just gonna swipe down here, and the first thing I wanna show you is the slow motion option. Now there's a function where you can record videos in slow-mo, and depending on what video setting you're on, you know, full HD, 4K, will determine how many frames you can shoot at. If you want to shoot at an even slower speed than the phone is normally set on, you can switch this setting to HD, and it will record at 240 frames. So it'll record even slower, but the quality will be slightly lower. So that's something you can play around with if you're someone that likes to record slow motion videos. As we keep going up, this is another cool feature to turn on. It's called Tap Anywhere to Capture. Now, the way this works is when you're taking a video or taking a picture, sometimes you're holding the phone with one hand and you're trying to reach the button and it's hard. With this setting, you can tap anywhere on the screen and it will take the picture. So I can tap here, 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 here. Wherever you tap, it's gonna automatically take a picture. You don't have to tap the shutter button at the bottom. Where this can be irritating is if you're trying to zoom in on something specifically, it can be a little bit hard for the phone to determine if you're trying to take the picture, or you're trying to zoom, or you're trying to adjust the lighting. So only use it if you have trouble reaching the shutter button. Otherwise, I would tell you to turn it off. So just wanted to make you aware of that. If we keep on going here, so you have an optional shutter sound when you take pictures, but you can also turn that off if you don't want to hear that sound every time you take a picture. And then you have the assistive grid, which I normally love to turn this on because it gives you a grid and it kind of helps you line up your shot properly. And for those of you that maybe never taken a photography class but have always wanted to, you always want to get your main object in the center of these squares. So these assistive grid lines will help you line up your shot the right way to make sure that it's even and it looks good. So that's a cool thing to turn on as well. All right. Now the last thing I'll tell you to turn on is the auto smile capture. Now what this does is it will look for people that are smiling, and it will wait until everyone in your picture is smiling, and then it will automatically take the picture. This is a great function if you just wanted to set up your phone like on a wall and have everyone smile, and basically the phone is going to wait to grab everyone's smile first and then take that picture. So something cool to play around with. These features tend to be fun but not work all the time, so just disclaimer for that. And for our last tip, there's another cool thing built into the camera. And well, actually, sorry, before that last tip, I want to show you this. So in taking pictures, if you want to take better pictures, something important to note is that you can tap on different places of the screen to adjust the lighting. So right now you can see my picture looks very dark, which is a little frustrating, but I can tap on a dark area of the screen and then, wait, hold on, let's turn off that tap to take a picture because that's gonna affect doing this. So we'll turn that off. Okay, so now my phone is focused on these AirPods here. And because of that, it's throwing off the lighting just a bit. So I can start tapping in different areas of the screen. So for example, I'm tapping on the wood around the AirPods. And as you notice, the picture just got brighter because now I'm tapping on a darker area of the screen of the picture. So depending on where you tap, if you tap on something light, like the AirPods, it will make the screen darker, watch this, or make your picture darker. And if you tap somewhere that's dark, it will brighten up the picture. You also have on the side here, you have a little gauge that will help you adjust that brightness even more. Now be careful because it can overexpose the picture if it goes too bright. But this will also allow you to adjust the lighting if it's slightly off. Sometimes you're taking a picture of people and they're coming out too dark. You can try tapping on their faces to see if the camera will make the adjustment. And if it doesn't, try using this little brightness slider right here to help get that perfect shot where everyone is in perfect view and no one's face is dark or blurred out. Okay, and for our final tip, we have a built-in feature called Google Lens. It's basically a smart camera or an AI camera. So it does a lot of cool different things. It allows you to scan things and it will search the web for things. It'll allow you to grab text off of things. It has a lot of different purposes, but what I like to use it for the most is grabbing text. So for example, I have a book right here, and let's say I want to grab some text off of the back of this book. I'm going to come down and tap on the Google Lens icon right next to the shutter. Okay. And now I'm going to tap on this option, which is for text. And what it's going to do is it's going to look at what I have in front of me here. I have this book, and it will actually allow me to grab text right off of the page here. So for example, I could just tap, and now I can look at all the text that I just had on the screen, and I can highlight it. I can do a Google search for it, I can listen to it, or I can just simply hit copy, and then I can paste it to myself in email or a text message or in a note app. So imagine you're reading for school or you're reading for work or whatever, you see something really good, you can just simply scan it, and this will allow you to grab the text right off the page and save it. So I'm just gonna take a quick grab of this page right here and just show you the same thing. I just grabbed some text in the inside here, and now I can start tapping and start highlighting, and I can just take things right out of this book. So this is a really cool feature. It's just called Google Lens. You might have a flyer and you're just trying to grab the date and the time and the location, whatever. This is a really cool feature to use to grab that information and save it or send it to someone. So anyway, guys, this has been our camera tips and tricks on the Moto G Stylus. Hope you guys did find it helpful. A couple of things. In the description of the video, you'll find a link to our Moto G Stylus accessory store. You'll find all kind of cool accessories for your phone, cool stands, car chargers, wireless chargers, all kind of cool things you can do with this phone. So click on the link in the description below for that. And also, if you found the video helpful, like, favorite, and share. Leave a comment. Let us know what tip was your favorite and maybe the thing you didn't know, or what was the most helpful. We'd love to hear your feedback in the comment section down below. Thanks again for watching, guys. Take care and have a good one.